This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 15th of August. I'm James Spann. A rare August front passing through Alabama. We're bisected today by the front. North of the front, it feels pretty good. We've got 80s. South of the front, still a sizzling summer day with temperatures well up in the 90s and some strong storms on the boundary. In fact, let's go right to the radar. And we are live at 2:42 this afternoon. And you can see those showers and locally severe storms now from east of Montgomery around Shorter, right up Interstate 85 toward Auburn and Opelika. And the Weather Service has posted severe thunderstorm warnings in effect now for parts of eastern Montgomery and Macon counties for the storm complex that is near Shorter and Tuskegee. And that'll be moving into parts of central Macon County. And the main threat here coming from strong straight-line winds. We've got pretty strong storms coming into Auburn and Opelika in Lee County. And again, these storms are directly along the surface boundary that represents the leading edge of a continental air mass that rarely ever gets in here this time of the year. It's going to be a temporary shot of that. We'll certainly take that, as many places will see a decent break from the heat for a couple of days. Here's the upper air pattern. Again, we've got good troughing developing over the eastern states, a pretty high amplitude pattern, ridging in the west, troughing in the east. Here's the visible satellite view, and again, you can see the convection blowing up on the boundary along Interstate 85 east of Montgomery. And that's the radar composite. Those storms extended to Georgia and areas south of Atlanta, where some counties there are under severe thunderstorm warnings. And you bet your buddy, looky here, it's only 81 for Haleyville, 82 for Coleman. That's not rain-cooled air. There's no showers nearby. 82 for Aniana, Birmingham at 85. Goodness gracious. However, if you're in South Alabama, you're saying, what? We've got upper 90s for Montgomery and Dothan. Montgomery 98, Mobile 99. But that front is moving south, and again, that drier air will work its way down toward the Gulf Coast tomorrow. And, of course, today, south of the front, where it's still so hot, we have heat advisories in effect around the nation. Excessive heat warnings back in the Pacific Northwest. Seattle sizzling today. Again, I was just up there a couple of weeks ago, and it was so nice, 70s and 50s, but they're under a upper high. Here's the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. A risk of storms in advance of that push of drier air on the Atlantic coast. In Alabama, we have a level 1 out of level 5 marginal risk of severe storms south of a line from near Opelika to Greenville to Citronelle. And that's on the boundary. And again, the main threat this evening coming from strong straight-line winds. Tomorrow, risk of severe storms way up north over parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin. Some of the adjacent states will be in dry air. And then on Thursday, day 3, got a marginal risk over parts of Michigan. But again, that should be about it in terms of organized severe weather. And really, after these storms this evening, Alabama's weather looks pretty dry for a while. Here's the rain for the next 7 days. Just basically not much at all for the northern counties. And what you see on that map, that's what came this morning. And again, extreme South Alabama could see a few scattered storms on a daily basis for the weekend and next week, but probably not many. So again, the storm machine shutting down. We have had a very anomalous summer with these constant organized batches of storms, but not for the next 7 to 10 days. In the tropics, the question is the tropical Atlantic trying to wake up? And again, you can see we've got one wave that's about to come off the coast of Africa, one wave in the central Atlantic, and really it's not that impressive with either one of these things in terms of what might happen. First off, that lead wave with only a 10% chance of developing. A lot of dry air, a lot of sinking air, shear. I just don't see that one developing. The second one that's coming off the coast of Africa, maybe with a little better chance, a 30% chance over the next 7 days, but it's going to have the same issues. But for now, the Gulf of Mexico, the United States, no tropical trouble, at least for the next 7 to 10 days. So model fans, let's go. This is the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. And again, we got the troughing over the east, upper high back off to the west, and it's going to be a really nice day, as nice as it ever gets here in August. We start the day well down in the 60s. We might see some upper 50s for cooler spots. The high will be in the 80s for much of north and central Alabama, and the humidity will be lower. And even in South Alabama, where it's been so bad, they'll see low 90s, and that is much more tolerable. This is the precipitable water, and you can see that dry air pushing in here. So this is Thursday, and again, we'll start the day well down in the 60s, the high close to 90. Friday, the heat begins to creep back up, low to mid-90s, and again, the weekend looks hot and dry. Saturday, Sunday, sunny days, fair nights, highs in the mid-90s. Same thing on Monday, and a week from today, Tuesday the 22nd, 597 upper high, right over the country's breadbasket, the heartland, Kansas and Colorado, and spreading out. And again, that just looks hot and dry. Let's go out 10 days. This is Friday the 25th, and we've seen a lot of different variations on the position of the upper high. This run has it centered across the deep south, and if that's right, it would still be hot and it would still be dry. In fact, speaking of dry, look at rain for Birmingham coming off the GFS ensemble. The mean is 1/2 to 1 inch between now and the end of August. Pretty dry. Typically, you see the mean a little higher than that this time of the year. But again, we've had so many storms, I think people will be thankful for the break. But boy, what a nice break from the heat. Look at this. This is the national blend of models. How about a high of 83 tomorrow for Birmingham? Sunny, low humidity. Come on now. I mean, that's remarkable for late September. And again, lows in the 60s tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday morning. But again, the heat levels come back with highs back in the mid-90s by the end of the weekend, Sunday on into much of next week. And hot off the presses, latest 8 to 14-day guidance, August 23rd through August 29th. We're in the red. Temperatures will likely be above average. Roll that kid cam. Winfield, Alabama, home of the Pirates. Arr! Winfield Elementary School had two big groups, had the whole school today. This is the first group. This is kindergarten and first grade, and they were great. I've just been so impressed. And look at the cake here. Come on now. I am sitting high on top of the world. I like that. And then I really do like this because it's the Alabama state bird. Trampolines are flying. But the kids were so good today. And we got to roll that second group. This is the older group. This is second, third, and fourth grade. Just a packed peanut gallery. Such a great school. Teachers are marvelous. Administrative team marvelous there. So again, thanks so much for that great visit at Winfield Elementary School. That was so much fun earlier today. All right, so going to Jacksonville on Thursday. See a big senior adult group there. Jacksonville Legacy. Be sure I got my everything. Legacy Village in Jacksonville Thursday. And then Friday, Faith Christian School, Anniston. And again, don't forget the book signing. It's a joint book signing on Saturday in Cullman at Karma's Coffee. It's a great place, one of our favorites, and we're going to be there from 9 to noon with Ari Hallmark. And her story is pretty remarkable. Ari was 6 years old, April 27, 2011. She lived in a small town called Ruth, which is in Marshall County near Arab. And she was with 5 other family members, and all 5 of the other family members were killed. Her parents, 2 grandparents, and a cousin. And her story is really incredible. Lisa Reburn is teamed up with Ari, and they've got an amazing book on her experience, and she'll be there, and we'll be there with the all the shirts and everything. I promise it'll be a really good morning. So if you're in Cullman or anywhere in North Alabama, come see us 9 to noon, Karma's Coffee Shop. And of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock right across the hall in Studio A. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.